Hey, this is Toby, welcome back to another video. So today we test another strategy, the high-low breakout EA. I showed you here on the channel. I will show you all the settings, and I even found better settings for the strategy. I will show you all of this in the video, and yeah, so you can use it for your own trading. So as I said, this is the high-low breakout EA. I have the coding tutorial on my channel. I've linked the first part up here. You can go watch it, code this entire EA for yourself for free. The code is also available on my website if you don't want to spend the time. You can check out the YouTube code files here. You get all the EAs. I think it's a pretty good deal if you don't want to spend the time and code it on your own. So this is the video. And yeah, first of all, we want to replicate this backtest and see if the strategy performs with new data, because this video is already 2 years old. So we have a real out of sample test with the strategy, and then we also want to do, or I will do, a optimization, because I think there are even better settings we can use with the strategy. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Okay, first of all, let's try to replicate one of the backtests I showed here in the video with the most recent data. So there's a combination, for example, with 500 trades, input bars 40, 1200 size filter, and 350 points stop loss. And I think it's a trailing stop loss. So let's try to replicate this backtest. Let's also take a look at equity graph. And I will use for this test my master EA. You can also use the high-low breakout EA. It's exactly the same. I just recently implemented this signal into my master EA so I can trade it with many other different strategies. And I will push this update soon to the MQL5 market. But yeah, you can also use the high-low breakout EA. So symbol is British pound Japanese yen. Time frame 1 hour. I will start in 2012 to today. And open price only. This looks fine. Now for the inputs. 1 hour time frame here for the modeling time frame. And for the stop loss, it's 35 pips. Price trailing. And yeah, all we have active here is the high-low signal, 1 hour time frame again, and number of bars 40 and 1200 for the channel size filter. So we basically have 3 inputs, I would say: the number of bars, channel size filter, and the stop loss. That's it. So very simple strategy, which is pretty good. Now let's run this test and see how the strategy performs with new out of sample data. So I say again and again that the initial data, the first years of the broker data from Darwin X at least, is pretty bad. So these results here in the first part of the backtest, I would not trust them. But we can see the strategy is performing pretty well here in the second half, and also with out of sample data, because the video, I think it was 2 years ago. So it probably was somewhere here. And this is out of sample here, the last part. So this is pretty good. Now I also want to change the symbol here. Use maybe my custom British pound. Where is it? British pound Japanese yen. Tick data from Duca's copy. If I run this test here, same settings. Yeah, we can see the result is quite nice. And if we compare the two backtests, here this equity graph and the equity graph from the video, we can see it's pretty similar. Here we started in 2008, I think. So, but you can see the end is here, and this would be maybe somewhere around here. So this is out of sample, the last part, and it still performs pretty well. So this is a good sign. Now I also want to do a optimization, because I'm pretty sure there are better settings for the strategy. So let's go to the settings page here. For the optimization, I will use my custom symbol. Yeah, I think so, because I don't trust the data of the broker symbol in the early years. And I will go down to 5 minutes, because I want to test also different time frames for this signal. That's something I can do with the master EA. Of course, you can also do this with the high-low breakout EA. You just have to run multiple tests, but I can do this in one test. Let's maybe only optimize until 2019. Here, so 8 years. Should be enough. Open price only. And let's go here, slow complete algorithm, custom max. Now for the custom criteria, I use a special custom criteria here with the master EA, but this is not really important. You just make sure you use a criteria that has risk and reward. So I use this OptiPro here, but as I said, it's not that important. I set 50 trade for minimum valid run, and I go with the modeling time frame to 5 minutes. So I can test from 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. So a multiple basically of this. So also 1 hour, 2 hours. And yeah, let's optimize the stop loss here in pips. So let's go with 5, step of 5 to 50. So 10 combinations here. And then I also want to optimize here with the signal the time frame. So let's start 5 minutes, go up maybe to 4 hours, and number of bars 10, 10 to 100, and channel size, filter and points. Actually, I want to start at 0, so off. So we also have this option, and to 2000. Okay, so now we have nearly 10k combinations here. You can see it, but yeah, this should take some time. I will just start the optimization and I will cut to the results. Okay, so the optimization is done. I switched to the fast generic algorithm because it took 1 hour with the complete algorithm. So now we have at least a decent result here, but only 120 trades. So you would trade this in a portfolio, of course, with other strategies. But let's take a look at the equity graph here. So this looks okay. Let's also test this with out of sample data. So up to the most recent data here. Start to test. Let's see if it also performs outside of our optimization window. So we ended here, end of 2019, somewhere here. So it is still going up. There is no structural change in the equity, which is a good sign. But I also had a other combination I want to show you. Let's take a look at the inputs. So this one had a 40 bar look back, and it was on the 2 hour time frame. So I switched to a 2 hour time frame, number of bars 40, and the size filter 1500 is the same, no index filter, and for the stop loss 45 pips. So let's change the stop loss here, a simple trailing stop loss, and let's see if this is a better combination in the back test. Yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. I mean, if it performs like this in the future, that would be awesome. Just make sure you don't trade this as a standalone strategy. Always put this inside a portfolio. But now I also want to take a look at the backtest report here. So profit factor of 2, 300 trades. Profitable on every weekday, which is good. Yeah, I would not add any more filters or components because I always try to keep my strategies pretty simple, which is they are just more robust if they are simple. And it's more likely that you make money in the live market if you have less components, less inputs. I'm pretty sure there are other good settings for other symbols. And I will show you this in one of the next videos where I use the master EA and the loop function of the master EA, so I can test 20 symbols and we will see if there are other symbols that are profitable with the same signal. Okay, if you have a question about automated trading, MQL5, coding, write a comment. And yeah, I will see you in one of the next videos. Have a great day and good trades. Bye bye.